Yo, what's good, YouTubers? It's your boy Leo coming at you with another video, and this one right here is a Black Desert exclusive. Just a few tips that you should know as an Xbox player of this game that I think is very important. I've looked around and I couldn't find any clear, distinct information, so I'm going to show it to you and tell you these things that I believe that you need to know if you're playing this game on Xbox. Alright, so the first thing, not in any particular order, is the central market. I'm going to show you how to use it, but since I'm next to the warehouse guy, I'm going to go over here and show you how this works. So the warehouse is in, I believe, every city, every major city. And what you're going to want to do is talk to the warehouse manager. So this place is like a bank for your items, and also a place that you can exchange your currency. So you'll get gold bars while you're questing in the game from certain characters, and this is where you come to exchange that into silver. Because as you'll see in a bit, the stuff in the central market is actually priced by silver. So when you put something in a warehouse in a particular city, you can also transfer it, but you'll have to pay a certain fee, and also you'll have to have the nodes connected from one city to the next before you'll be able to transfer. So right now I'm in Heidel, but these are my items that I put in the storage, the warehouse storage back in Velia. So let's attempt to make a transfer now. So when you speak to the warehouse manager, you go to transport, and then you're going to hit RT to get to the send tab. And before you can do anything, you have to select which item you want to send. And it looks like you could send 40 items at a time. And once that's selected, then you hit your destination and you see it pops up on the right here, the far right. It says Velia. All right, now I'm going to attempt to send this item. And you see at the bottom in red, it says, because the node is not connected, the cost will be tripled. So actually, I was wrong. You can send it if the node is not connected, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to pay triple the cost. And actually, this is how you're going to get to node management if you don't already know. The game kind of tells you a bit about it at the start of the game, but you just want to go to your world map, and there's a bunch of nodes around the map, and you come across them as you play through. Like here's one right here. So you just select on it and you hold the right stick over node management. And here's where you can invest contribution and energy to upgrade the node. And you just pick what you want to invest in. And when you have your workers, you'll run across the guys that give you the option to hire workers as you play through. When you hire a worker, then you can send them out to this node to basically work for that material that you chose to invest in. One side tip that I have for you is definitely play through the story missions. Don't just rush into leveling your character. There's also a lot of things that you'll get to begin with, even just playing the side activities. Now, my second tip is the central market. And this is one that can be definitely confusing on Xbox because the UI is actually, I guess you could say, dumbed down. It's not as elaborate as on a PC, but it's still a bit confusing as to what you should do in terms of using the central market to buy or sell items. So as you can see, I recently put this sword up for sale, and it shows you at the top the time and date that you did this. Okay, let me back out of this real quick and show you guys one very important thing that the game doesn't tell you regarding the central market. So you're going to want to find the central market handler, I guess you could say, director, as it says right there. And when you speak to this person, you're going to be able to add items that you want to sell to the central market. In a way, you could kind of use this as a storage, because if you leave it in there, you can put it on sale whenever you're ready. And also, very importantly, this is where you add money. When you go to manage your wallet, here you can actually add how much money you want to keep within the central market, because if you don't have money within the central market, then you wouldn't be able to buy anything. Okay, so I just added that item to my storage, and then I will go to it and click A first, and it'll give me the option to sell it and also select the price. So this is where you can set how high or low you want to go based on how much the item is selling for. Some people will get their item sold based on how many is available. And of course, people are going to go for the cheaper price. So you could try to undersell if you want to get a certain item sold out really quickly. And you can see it tells you receive a 30% bonus with an active value pack. And honestly, I'm not too sure what that is. I don't know if that's something that you buy with real world money to give your character a currency boost, or if it's just something that you're able to purchase within the game. Also, you're going to see that I sold earlier an Algerian armor piece. Well, two of them, the shoes and the armor. I sold one for 136,500 and one for 81,900 silver coins. And if you're going to want to buy items, it's just based on what's available, if anyone put it up for sale. And it's basically just placing a bid on the item and hopefully you get it. So just make sure you have money stored within the central market. I almost forgot to mention that you can access the central market wherever you are just by hitting the start button and selecting it. But the only thing you can't do is transfer money that way. The only way to do that is to speak to one of the directors. Anyway, guys, my last tip is, if you're going to be playing this game long term, if you really started out and you think you like what's here, you just need to realize that this game is very grindy. It takes time, but there's just so much in this game that's very immersive and enjoyable because of the life skills. So I say all that to say this: if you're in MMOs like that, and if you didn't buy one of the special packs, the $29.99 on upwards, you just bought the base game, the $9.99 game, I would suggest that you invest another $9.99 and just buy 1,000 pearls and get yourself a pet. Because pets make things so much easier in terms of gathering, because you don't want to stop every moment to pick up items that enemies drop. You're just going to want to keep going and farming as much enemies as you can, because that's how you're going to level up faster. And other than picking up items, pets also give you different perks. Like, for example, this dog is going to give me a skill boost, and I believe the cat gives you a life boost. And I think the penguins also give you a life boost. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. That's what I think is very important in the game to begin with. And I'm definitely not one of those guys that's into putting a bunch of money into video games. Well, one game, I'm not going to spend like hundreds of dollars in one single game. Like I said, there's so much to do in this game, and I'm really liking it. I do have the PC version, but it's so good to have this on console. So if you guys want more videos about tips or anything else, just leave it in the comments. But I really like this game, and I hope that they keep optimizing it and they add more features in the game, and definitely add more classes, just like the PC, because there's a few things that are missing on the console version, but that's to be expected. This is a pretty big port. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please leave a like, and please don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Leo, and I'm out. Peace.
Hello, this is Heidel Ferry.